With social media becoming more and more important, from a brand perspective, do you see brands where it's just very hard for them to get things off the ground on social media because of the kind of services or products that they're selling? Attention span is getting shorter and shorter. It's becoming more and more visual how you engage with your customers. Do you recommend any company to try out social media ads, etc., or are there some where you feel like, okay, with this kind of product you're really gonna have a tough time finding your audience?
It's a good question. Not there definitely won't not in consumer. I think social media is definitely still one of the best, like the best place to be spending marketing budget. Um, Especially in that like 0 to 1 phase, that early growth phase. I think it's the highest ROI. It provides the shortest feedback loops, which is really important. Like early on, you're not just paying for results, you're paying to learn. And you can do that with a lot smaller budget on channels like TikTok and Meta than you can on in other distribution mediums. So I still fundamentally believe that social is the best place to show up for brands in 2025. And I don't see that changing into 2026. I think it's about how do you execute for your product, for your business. Um, beyond consumer, I think that holds probably for some categories. There are other categories where maybe you'd start in a different channel like a Google if you're more like lower funnel demand capture. But yeah, I think there's still tons of opportunity to be had on these social platforms. Even in the latter half of this year, we have a lot of conversations internally around many brands still aren't that great at Facebook ads. It's like, and we're quite far, and that project presents an opportunity, right? If you can really execute in a way that aligns with what gets the most out of the channel, you can still produce outsized returns like you could many years ago by just doing that the right way.
Obviously great for someone like you and your agency that
Yeah,
there's so
yeah.
many brands out there that are still not able to do this in-house, and fantastic that you're providing these services to them then. Um, do you think we're gonna see an influx in brands that are particularly built to look good on short form media? For example, TikTok native brands that just create products that pop and capture attention and are maybe particularly easy to demonstrate in affiliate and UGC content, or is that something that will not prevail?
I think we've seen that already to some degree. I don't know if I've certainly bought some useless things from TikTok shop, like vegetable cutters or like just things that I'm like scrolling at like 10 p.m. and I'm like, I'll just buy this because it's captured my attention. It's really interesting. So I think I think there's a lot of brands already operating and executing on that like leveraging that impulse purchase, either building that wow factor into the product or really playing into that like problem solution marketing. So yeah, I think we'll see that continue, but it's about looking at the issue with that brand is like when looking at those brands as maybe someone to work with from a creative perspective or just thinking about them, it's like longer term. It's like they can't just be selling gimmicky products because they're just going to acquire customers who then never come back and purchase again. And great brands are built on repeat customer revenue, not just first time purchase. And obviously there's outliers to that, but I think yeah, I think we've seen that occur, but it's the brands that can really build products that provide a great customer experience that become iconic consumer brands over a 10-year time horizon. So yeah, I think there's a balance to be struck there for sure.